It was July, and I sat on my living room floor, shattered in a million pieces. I didn't know who I was. My career was falling down around me. And I was like, what happened? I checked all the boxes, all of them. I was a straight A student in high school. I was top 10%. I went to the engineering school, fought my way through that degree in 5 years, but I got it. I had spent time in consulting. I became an engineer. I got my master's degree. I got my professional engineering license. And then I landed myself in a job that I thought, this is the one. This is where my career is really going to take off. And 10 years later in that job, it all crashed down. And what had happened was not just one incident, but the one that broke me was the one where my boss came up to me and said, hey, do you have a minute to talk? And I said, okay. We walk into the office, and his boss is sitting there. And I went, uh-oh. Okay, oh, I think I know where this is going. I already knew, right? So I had been in a meeting with a partner and the partner's consultant. Big meeting, 14 people, 2 women in the room. I was one of them. I was the program manager. I was the representative for the dam safety office. And I thought I had done pretty well in that meeting. The project it wasn't going all that smoothly. I knew the partner was holding back. I knew the consultant was selling him something that was going to cost a lot more money than what the consultant was saying. We all knew that. But everybody's really polite about it. Let's just all get along. Let's just move the project forward. So I was in this meeting, and that meeting, I kept my head down. I took notes. I just tried not to make eye contact, to be honest. Well, your demeanor in that meeting wasn't the best. They said you were angry the whole time. And I was like, I was taking notes the whole time. I was not angry. And I just couldn't piece together exactly what was going on. Because this isn't the first time I've been talked to about the way my demeanor is. You're too direct, you're blunt, you're rude. I got all of that stuff. Now, we had done a 365-degree review. Have you ever done that? Here's the thing about those reviews. It could be a really great learning opportunity and a growth opportunity, right? Get all your peers, your supervisors, colleagues, giving you feedback, constructive feedback. Well, my review, I sat with the HR guy, looked at it, and I was like, I don't know what to make of this. He's like, yeah, people either hate you or love you. He's like, you don't even have like a median. I either scored high or I scored low. The comments, I'm thinking someone didn't tell people that I was going to read their comments. One person wrote down, she's a dictator. She bullied my team. Another person wrote down, she's a bully. And I was like, but then somebody else wrote, she's amazing. She has passion for her work. She knows how to, she knows what she's doing. She has a vision. And I was like, okay, cool. But wait, what about this dictator and bully stuff? Because I thought I was just trying to get projects done. I'm like, aren't we all on the same team? We're all working towards the same goal. What's going on? So I had that. I had this meeting. I had a career of every now and then someone would say, a supervisor would say to me, everything's awesome. You just have this little thing to work on. You know, communication, it's great. Never scored low on communication in my performance reviews. It was great. Just a couple things to work on. Well, they didn't tell me how to work on them. You know, my boss's boss actually hired me twice. She was my boss twice. So she hired me once into the organization when I was a technical design engineer, doing the drawings, designing the dams. And then she hired me again to become a program manager, which moved me out of technical into a non-technical position. It was that transition where all of a sudden I was like, uh-oh, oh, now communication is suddenly an issue, like a big issue. And she would say things like, I really think you need to take emotional intelligence training. And I'd say, okay, and? And then I found a coach. So I went through project management training. Somebody said, oh, well, you know, did you know you could get an executive coach? And I was like, sign me up. Like, I got to figure out what's going on. All this is happening, you know, before I'm on my living room floor. So I work with a coach. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to figure a few things out, but I don't really got it. And then my supervisor sends all of us to a 2-day emotional intelligence training class. But here's the thing. Stick a bunch of engineers in a 2-day emotional intelligence training class with no context. And all of a sudden, we're just like, I have 85 things on my to-do list. I can't even deal with this right now. What are you talking about? Okay, so we all have low emotional intelligence. Duh, we're technical. We design dams. We make sure they don't fail. So who cares whether or not we have emotional intelligence? That is the environment that I was in for 20 years. It's all technical. But what happens is that our projects break down. Our teams break down. Because we don't even know how to talk to each other. And we don't feel like we can show up as ourselves. I kept showing up like I thought they wanted me to be. And then I was like, wait a second, now you're saying I'm a bully. What's happening? And for me, what it took was to break down, see my entire career just shatter in front of me, realize that I was like completely hitting the ceiling, and to go, I have to change. And what I want to do is to help others not get to that place. Let's all just learn how to communicate. Thank you.